Hi, welcome to the third episode of Maya Sabha, the virtual museum. Thanks for all your suggestions, inputs and overwhelming support provided to us in our earlier podcasts. I trust you have watched our second episode on the Chalukya dynasty. If you haven't, the links are here and the description is down below. Many of you have asked me about photogrammetry and its uses. Photogrammetry is a very vast subject. However, in this episode, I thought I will explain the process and its uses, especially in the preservation and propagation of our heritage and culture. In technical terms, photogrammetry is a science of making accurate measurements from photographs to reconstruct objects from overlapping images. I know it's very technical. So let's look at this technology from a common man's point of view. In simple terms, photogrammetry is the process of capturing images and stitching them together to create a digital model of a physical world. By capturing as many photos of an object or an environment as possible, digital models of a site can be created which can be later viewed and analyzed. Unlike 3D scanning, which uses structured laser light to measure the locations of points in a scene, photogrammetry uses actual images to capture an object and turn that into a 3D model. The process starts with taking multiple images of an object from various angles. Each image is overlapped on another so that the software is able to connect these. It's like a huge jigsaw puzzle where the pieces are all connected to create a big picture. Once these images are taken, these are then imported into a photogrammetry software. As the first step, the software aligns all these images and creates a data set. At this point, a digital model is still in the form of point cloud representing the object. Notice that we have captured the images from various levels and with short distance. This is to ensure that the recreation process is smooth. Next comes the crucial process of creating a 3D model. The points are now converted to a solid mass and all details are brought out by the system. The model now has a shape. We can now trim out the portions not required, like the background and other neighboring items. After this is the texturing process where color information captured in the images are applied to the model. And like magic, a digital twin of the original object comes to life. Now the object is ready to be imported into any 3D software for creating visual content. From simple images to ads, movies, digital content to gaming, VR, including virtual production, the list is endless. Here is a short clip of what Setu had created earlier using these assets. I'm giving a link to the full video in the description below. Please let me know in the comments as to how many digital assets have been used in the video. Now, let me address the question on how this will be useful for preservation and propagation of our heritage architecture. Firstly, India is a huge repository of great carving and sculptures dating back to many centuries. Both nature and humans made their impact on these great monuments over a period of time. Digitizing these great monuments will ensure that the coming generations will appreciate these even if a calamity were to happen. Secondly, with this new technology, an immersive experience can be created using these assets and whole storytelling process becomes very interesting. School children and adults who cannot travel to these locations can now enjoy these virtually. History can be retold and this process can be very helpful for both tourism and education. Today, we seem to have only one national monument which is given away as souvenirs to travelers who come to India. With photogrammetry, 3D printed miniature replicas of all these monuments from every state will showcase our very rich heritage to all. This is a 51-meter tall 6th century monument of Bamiyan Buddha statue carved out of a single rock in what is currently Afghanistan. 20 years ago, the Taliban blasted this huge relief. Well, I'll leave you with this thought till our next podcast. If you like the content, please do like, comment, share.
एव हतो हन्ति धर्मो रक्षति रक्षितः तस्मात् धर्मो न हन्तव्यो